Have you ever watched someone confidently explain something and thought, they have no idea what they're talking about, but everyone in the room still listens? Then someone with a lot of experience and very good knowledge speaks, and suddenly they sound uncertain. They say things like, well, there are several factors to consider, or it depends on the situation. Possibly there are some important exceptions, and somehow the person with less knowledge appears more convincing. Why is that? Because people don't always respond to accuracy first. They respond to certainty. And that creates one of the biggest communication traps in leadership, something I call the conviction gap. Most intelligent people believe, if I provide more information, people will trust me more. But communication doesn't work that way. Information creates credibility, but conviction creates perception. And those two things are not the same. A person can be completely correct and still fail to persuade. Another person can be partially wrong and still dominate the conversation. Not because they're smarter, because they communicate certainty. Experts often make one critical mistake. They communicate their thinking process. They show the audience every consideration, every possibility, and every uncertainty. And intellectually, that is honest, but socially, it can create a different impression. People may hear, I'm not sure, when what the expert actually means is, I understand this is complex. The expert sees nuance, the audience sees hesitation. The answer is not pretending to know more than you do. False confidence does destroy trust. The answer is learning how to communicate certainty correctly. Let me give you an example. Instead of saying, there are many possibilities here and I'm not completely sure, but you might want to say something like, based on what we know today, this is the strongest conclusion. Then explain the reasoning. Lead with your conclusion. Then provide the nuance. Strong communicators do not hide complexity. They organize it. Great leaders understand something important. People do not need to remove all uncertainty. They need you to create clarity in uncertainty. That is the difference. Weak communication sounds like this. Here are 10 possible outcomes. Strong communication sounds like this. Here's what matters, here's the risk, here's the decision. The goal is not to become the loudest person in the room. It is not to fake confidence. It is not to ignore complexity. The goal is to become someone who can take complexity and turn it into clarity. Because in difficult conversations, the person who creates clarity often becomes the person people follow.